everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie and thank you so much for joining me today. I am sharing a layout today with you that I am making with the beautiful Paper Issues Family Traditions November scrapbooking kit. And if you're interested in this kit, I'll leave a link below where you can go and see if there's anything you like. Just remember that if you have a purchase at the Paper Issues shop, you can use my coupon code Leslie, L-E-S-L-I-E, and you can get 20% off your entire purchase. So you see here that I am going to use that wood grain paper as my big background paper to frame this other white paper that I am going to be sticking on top of it. And I cut the white paper 10 by 10 inches. I'm just going to be sticking it down with some wet glue. And I had the idea that I would ruffle up the edges of the wood grain paper and then I would mount both of those papers on top of this orange paper with the pumpkins on. And I didn't cut the centers out of the papers. I just used them as full sheets of papers. I knew that I wouldn't use these papers for anything other than the layout I was making now. So I didn't think it was necessary for me to save the centers of the papers. So you see there that I did some ruffling up of the edges of that paper, and I love the scripted print on the other side of that wood grain paper that you can see. You know, there's lots of little sentiments like love you, love family, love togetherness, and all of those. So yes, my tiny attacher had another spaz. Me and my tiny attacher have a love-hate relationship. So sometimes it works perfectly and other times I want to chuck it out the window. But anyways, so I'm just going to go ahead and ruffle up all of these edges around the edge of my layout. Yeah, I'm just doing that with my fingers. I know you can do that with the scissors as well, or if you have like a little distress tool. I do have the distress tool, I just don't have an idea where it is. I have my daughter Emma is 7 and she comes into my craft room and, you know, feels free to, she feels that she can help herself to anything. And then every once in a while when I find something that is missing, or when I find something, you know, when I'm looking for something, then I just have to go into her room and then she's got them all there in her room. So anyway, this is the photo that I am going to be scrapping. Now this was a lovely experience that us as a family had, and we are South African, for those of you who don't know, for the new people. For the ones that have been listening and watching my videos for a while, you know that we're South African and we're living in Dubai. And Dubai is like a melting pot of different cultures and different languages and people. I mean, it's an expat society. So we have quite a few American friends, and this year one of our American friends invited us to their Thanksgiving, and this was the first time we sort of celebrated a Thanksgiving, and it was amazing because there were, I don't know how many different nationalities at this dinner that we were invited to, and we all had a turn to say what we're thankful for. And I know this is an American tradition, and it's you know, deep rooted in the American history and all of that, but I think it is such an amazing thing, you know, for everybody to consider and to go think about what you're grateful for and what you're thankful for. And yes, so we went around the room and everybody said something, and even the children had to say something, and it was a lovely evening. And there was the traditional stuffing and the food and the turkey, and it's our first time we had smoked turkey, and it's the first time we had stuffing and all of that, and it was just lovely. we are having quite a lovely time with our American friends here. So anyway, you'll see there that I layered quite a few of the embellishments from the embellishment pack from that Echo Park Celebrating Autumn collection. And I'm just going to be attaching those two tags to each other with some orange twine that I've got. And I love the saying on that little tag with the owl that says, "Give thanks with a grateful heart." So, and I'm also going to be sticking a little frame on the bottom left-hand corner of my photo just to balance out that the other side, the top side of the photo, that I've got that orange frame that I'm going to be sticking down now. I'm also going to be using some of those hearts. They are called Heart Hugs, and they are from Bella Boulevard. And the one at the top says food. We had a lot of food that evening. And the little one says family. And it says thankful, excuse me. So the top one says food, and then the little one says thankful. And then just to balance those two hearts out, I'm going to be sticking a big one and a small heart at the bottom of the photo as well. And that little tag that says "Give Thanks" is going to be the first part of my title. And unfortunately, my phone stopped recording, so I didn't record where I placed the second part of my title on. But my title will be "Give Thanks Together," and I'm going to be using some of the chipboard thickers that also came in this very stunning kit. And I think they are the thickers from Crate Paper Collection, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to be adding some leaves behind all of my embellishments, and I really wanted to work in that pumpkin, but there was no space for it. And again, I come in with this little flower sprig. I know I tried to work it in on another layout as well, and I just couldn't find a spot for it. And again, I couldn't find a spot for it this time as well. So I love those little leaves that I pop in behind all of my embellishments. It just adds some whimsy and some detail to the layout. And because my photo is pretty centered, and it almost looks like a place setting, this layout to me. This layout almost looks like a place setting, but well, it would be quite apt. So, because we had quite a lot of food to eat the other night, so that was really lovely. So anyway, I'm going to be just doodling a border around the edge of the white paper, and it's just to bring in some more of the black in the photo, because everything else in the layout is very brown and very warm. So to add in some more detail and some interest, I also added some Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine, and I just splattered that around my photo on the white paper. And then I also splattered it onto the orange paper where I folded up that wood grain paper, just to get some extra interest there. I felt that those little bits needed something extra. And that is it for this layout. I'm going to be writing the date, and that's it. Please watch for the stills afterwards to see where and what I did with the title. Bye.